Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another reaction video on the channel. I'm your host, Shadow Lord, and for today's video, we are going to be reacting to an analysis of the rivalry between Godzilla and Scylla, and this expands all the way to Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. Great movie, by the way. And before we start reacting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the channel. And without further ado, let's jump straight in the video. 3, 2, 1, play.
Titanus Scylla was first introduced back in 2019 in Godzilla King of the Monsters,
Yep.
right after Ghidorah temporarily took the title of Alpha and woke up a good number of Titans around the world to wreak
When are we going to
havoc,
see
death,
Methuselah
and
again, or
destruction.
Behemoth?
And of course, someone like Scylla was going to wake up.
I feel like
Why?
those two need more screen time.
Where to begin? Research conducted by monarchs studying this Titan classified this one as
no
a destroyer.
spoilers, by the way, for
Its
Godzilla
was the
Kong: The New Empire in the comments, just in case for those who haven't seen it.
Areas like Sedona, where it woke up, making its way to Phoenix and destroying numerous buildings in its path.
Yep,
but
that's exactly what she did.
Of being. What about her anatomy made her even more destructive? Pay close attention here, because this may lay bare additional reasons why the G-Man hates her so much.
Understandable, given his reason.
Platform. Note that this is
and maybe this understands why those two fought in the new movie.
Covering a very, very large area give her a range advantage over most other kaijus, keeping foes away from her more vulnerable body. If you do make it past the long claw-tipped legs, then you'll have to deal with the bulbous shelled body with tentacles. These may look fragile and weak, but they are very strong.
Yes, they are.
In fact, to hold Godzilla's head in place. A more dark and scary use for these is picking up objects from the ground and putting those prey items into the mouth. That would be
terrifying. Imagine being that guy right now.
Her armored body allows her to withstand the heavy pressure waves of blast weaponry, impacts from other kaijus, and survive getting thrown around. Although this monster takes up a big area, this does not mean it is heavy compared to other Titans.
She does not look heavy.
20,000 tons. This makes her even lighter than Rodan.
Yep.
Size-wise, we're talking about 341 feet in this particular posture.
She is shorter than
However,
Godzilla.
Because of her leg anatomy, she could easily rear up and raise her body to heights that surpass Godzilla. As seen in Godzilla,
she did do that in the
Scylla
new
was
one.
able to position herself to have a good but brief
The
height
movie's
advantage
so
against
good.
the G-Man. But what about her does Godzilla hate the most? Well, it's her insatiable appetite for one thing: radiation.
Yep.
To Scylla, it is so addicting that she will go out of her way to confront Godzilla himself in pursuit of this tasty energy source. For context, let's go back to this scene in KOTM after Godzilla had just killed Ghidorah. 5 Titans appeared in Boston immediately after, surrounding Godzilla, ready to take him on, as per Ghidorah's command. After Godzilla didn't back down from the Angry Birds challenge, Rodan, along with the other 4, bowed to Godzilla, acknowledging him as the king of the monsters.
Yeah.
But just because you bow doesn't necessarily mean you fully accept this new ruler. Scylla here, and probably even Queen Muto here, were reluctantly bowing down to Godzilla.
I mean,
These
that's
two
true.
are considered destroyers by nature, and
especially the Muto.
Follow another destroyer, Alpha Kaiju. Literally, as soon as all of these Titans take off, Scylla would make a few stops before stirring up trouble again.
Yep.
After many years of hibernation and several days of messing things up around the planet, Scylla was now hungry. So much to the point of madness.
Very hungry.
In Savannah,
Going
Georgia,
completely insane.
made landfall on the coast, attracted to an inactive warhead laying off the shore.
She's gone mad
was
with
trying
power.
to shoo her away, Godzilla pulled up to see what was happening and quickly grasped a good understanding of what was going on. Scylla was hungry, too hungry, and was going after this nuclear warhead.
Scylla is literally mad with power.
Explode and harm all the surrounding
Do you guys
areas, killing
think she
both
is?
marine animals and humans alike. And Scylla wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah,
But
Godzilla
did.
is just trying to save the day
ecology,
here.
that is. Not so much humans. After lighting up and reminding her who is the boss, she didn't care. She was not about to simply walk away from the tasty warhead. She was going to fight this time, putting her tentacles and long claws to
Yeah, she does put up a pretty good fight.
Making him bleed. Enraged, Godzilla tosses Scylla and once again
She has
forces
to
her
bow
to
down.
submit. Again, she didn't want to, but she had to, or else she'd die here. Note that Godzilla didn't even use his atomic breath in this encounter.
Yeah, I feel like he was
We'd like
holding
to think
back
that
during
here
that fight.
Godzilla developed some sort of hatred for Scylla at this point. It was now 2 times where Scylla squared off against him. One where she actually threw hands. This would not be the last time Godzilla would fight Scylla.
No.
At the end of the book, we see Godzilla blasting an alpha signal across the globe, commanding all Titans to chill or go dormant. Most of the Titans obeyed, but some didn't. We'll see who in a little bit. An alpha Titan would soon
Godzilla's
learn that
been
keeping the world of
protecting the
Titans in order
planet.
is no easy
Like,
task.
so big
There
shout
will
out to
always
him
be
for
others who see you
always
as a
sticking
big
up for
target
us.
with everything to lose. After the events of Godzilla vs. Kong and the destruction of Mechagodzilla, Godzilla would again continue patrolling the world, putting out fires here and there.
I feel like
For
one day
3
he
years,
needs a
Godzilla was able to
well-deserved
keep the peace
vacation.
until
You know what
some
I'm saying?
dude named Raymond Martin and his multi-billion-dollar company
This
started messing
dude
with forces he shouldn't have.
should
We're
not have
talking
done
about
that.
the creation and development of the Titan Hunter, discussed in depth in a previous episode.
Yeah, I've already
Recap.
reacted to
In
this
order to
episode
test this mech, the
previously.
developers of this new weapon had to lay decoy energy reactors to attract the attention of Godzilla,
Yep.
like a distraction. The problem was that Scylla once again woke up and started looking
She
for
was
radiation.
also attracted to him
In
too.
one particular case, both Titans were attracted to the same energy source, the Kudankulam power plant in South India. But we need to make mention here of who got here first.
Scylla.
Yep. If there is one thing we learned in Godzilla Dominion is that Scylla is actually a very fast swimmer.
Yeah,
Using
she
jet
is
propulsion as a way
pretty
of very
fast.
quickly traveling underwater, not even Godzilla can catch up to this one. While it
Is she
true
the
that
fastest
Godzilla would have
swimmer in the
probably detected this
Monsterverse
energy
is
source
the
first,
question.
Scylla would probably get there faster if both Titans were traveling on the Earth's surface. Scylla attacks this plant, causing a nuclear meltdown.
Just gains
The way
more
she
power
harvests
for
this
her.
radiation is both bad and good for the environment.
How
Let us
both?
explain. Scylla is known to be a scavenger of Titans, arriving after a Titan event, scavenging for radioactive remains to consume. But
Okay.
since there was a lack of dead Titans around, Scylla now has to resort to nuclear facilities such as this one. After breaking
Okay,
in,
that would
Scylla has the
make
ability to
sense a
expel
little
a
bit.
pollutant gas that absorbs the radiation and prevents it from spreading. This gas then gets siphoned up by Scylla. This is how she eats. After Scylla was done, we see that
Yep,
Godzilla
pulled up, and he
Too
did
late.
not like that.
2 days later, Scylla arrived for another source in the UK, a uranium pellet manufacturing plant in Preston. 6 hours later, Godzilla
Look at
again
that
shows
face.
up after she had already left. Then again, down in Italy, Scylla attacks a hidden U.S. nuclear arsenal, absorbing the radiation of 30 missiles.
Yep.
This time, Godzilla heads straight to the Mediterranean Sea. Godzilla now knows what's going on here and waits for her to make one more final move.
He's ready for her.
The giant crab cephalopod kaiju was only stockpiling nuclear radiation to make a run for the title of Alpha. The end
Imagine
game
if
here was
Scylla
for a
was the
nuclear-enhanced
alpha of the
Scylla
Titans.
to go
Can you
toe-to-toe
imagine?
with the top G. Would this work? Let's find out.
No.
Moving ahead to the events of GXK The New Empire, year 2027, it's been almost 3 years
you
since their
can't
last
beat
encounter,
Godzilla.
and now Godzilla is ready to square up once again to finish this once and for all.
Yep.
All those assaults on humanity's nuclear stockpile have led to this moment. Her ability to outpace Godzilla to rapidly consume radiation made her believe that this time she didn't have to run away and feel prepared to face the big G.
Yep.
Here, though, we see a bit of difference in her coloration. What happened?
Yeah, how
Scylla
did she
takes
get
on this red-orange
colors?
coloration similar to that of a crab. We'd like
She
to think
literally
that the
changed
vast
her
consumption
appearance.
of radiation, along with the amount of time spent underwater, led Scylla to evolve into a different colored kaiju. Perhaps even shedding her
okay.
exoskeleton to a more upgraded version, optimized for underwater life.
Yeah, that makes
This
sense.
didn't matter, as
Nope.
we see Godzilla charge towards Scylla. Godzilla's past experience with this Titan made him adopt a new strategy against Scylla's long reach and sharp claws, rushing. Godzilla wastes no time
Just
trying to
goes
parry these
straight
legs
in.
and runs straight past them, inflicting a heavy blow on Scylla's main body, stunning her and giving the G-Man the opportunity to grab her limbs and throw her considerably lighter body like a rag doll. Now it was time to finish this. Throwing Scylla on the floor made it difficult for her to stand up given that her body was upside down. Godzilla
Yeah, I was
quickly
not
jumps and
expecting him
stands
to
right
jump
above
at
her
all in
body,
this
bringing
movie,
her
but it was
legs
so
down with his
cool
immense
nonetheless.
strength. And despite getting his face smothered by Scylla's tentacles, Godzilla's jaw muscles managed to open wide and
Kiss of
blast
death.
Scylla with the kiss of death. The buildup of extremely hot temperatures causes the insides of Scylla to boil and increase in pressure. Here is where she died.
Yep.
With no other exit to release this pressure, the entire shell of Titanis Scylla bursts open, spreading her blood and cooked organs all over the surrounding
Godzilla
terrain.
wins.
Godzilla had enough of this Titan and had to kill her now before she became even stronger and a more menacing threat. But
Yep.
Godzilla was just getting started. Up
Yeah, he
next
fought
on
another
Goji Center,
Titan.
the G-Man continues his warpath, this time setting his sights on Titanis Tiamat. Don't forget.
And, well, I think we can kind of understand why he killed Scylla now. But next up, I think we're probably going to be seeing why he killed Tiamat next time, I think. But either way, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like these, leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out some of the other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!